Hi everybody, Morley Scott along with Dave Campbell getting set for the Eskimos and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers Saturday afternoon at Commonwealth Stadium. 4:30 start time, 3 o'clock for the pregame show on 6:30 CHED. Dave, I guess the best news for the Eskimos going into this game is finally some injury good news for them.
No question, J.C. Sherritt, Donovan Alexander, Odell Willis all return on their defense, which they're getting into the mix at just the right time because the defense actually has played very well in their last two games. And you look on their defensive line, it's nice to have Odell Willis and Marcus Howard both healthy because that has been a bit of an issue this season. And on the offense, getting Hugh Charles back in the mix will be very helpful. John White had a really good performance last week, but Hugh Charles can provide a dangerous weapon in the passing attack as well. He's very good in space, so it's good news for the Eskimos that they are getting healthier.
And as they get one weapon back on offense, they also lose one. Kerry Koch won't play in this game.
That's tough. Kerry Koch on the same side as Fred Stamps on the short side of the field, and that really caused a lot of matchup problems for opposing defenses. It's who do you cover? Do you cover Kerry Koch or do you cover Fred Stamps? So now Shamat Chambers moves over into that short side wide receiver spot. So, you know, it might make things a little tougher for Fred Stamps, but that's why you have depth in Adarius Bowman back in the mix and Marcus Henry as well, Nate Kuhorn on the other side. But losing Kerry Koch is tough because of the return game as well. He was doing punt return duty, so they have to figure out that area, how to cover that. Looks like Jamal Miles is going to get some looks as well.
Now, we all know about the pressure that the Eskimos offensive line has taken over the last couple of weeks. Back-to-back games giving up 7 sacks to the Stampeders. Well, their only reward is to get the team with the most sacks in the Canadian Football League as an opponent for the next 2 games. Winnipeg's got 38 sacks. They not only lead the league, but individually they've got the league leader as well.
Ooh.
Tough couple of games coming up for the O-line.
No doubt, and what they were able to do last week, and they did run into the Riders that we're talking about, they did run into a bit of an injury situation with Brendan Labatt going down, so that kind of affected their offensive line. But that is a good offensive line in Regina, and that front 4, front 7 really shredded them. And you look at the problems the Eskimos have had on their own line this year, and Simeon Rotier will be back at right guard. They're going to put Matt O'Donnell back to a right tackle. So that's the alignment that they've had the best success with lately, but still it's a formidable task for this offensive line to face a very active and probably the best front 4, front 7 unit in the Canadian Football League in the Blue Bombers.
All right, there you have it. Eskimos and Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Eskimos looking to win an 8-game losing streak, trying to win at Commonwealth Stadium for the first time this season. 4:30 on Saturday. We've got the pregame show on 6:30 CHED at 3 o'clock.